Welcome to FlyEaglesFly News, where Eagles fans get the latest, fastest, and hottest updates. Hit subscribe and fly high with us. Rumors have been swirling in the NFL world for some time, but now it seems the speculation surrounding Jalen Hurts might be taking a more serious turn. Sources close to the Philadelphia Eagles locker room have hinted at a growing tension between Hurts and the organization, suggesting that the star quarterback could be considering a move away from the team that drafted him. Analysts have been dissecting every post-game interview and every off-field appearance, searching for clues that might indicate Hurts' future intentions, and the signs, though subtle, seem increasingly significant. Fans are beginning to wonder whether the quarterback's remarkable performance on the field is masking deeper frustrations behind closed doors. Questions have been raised about how the Eagles' management has handled contract negotiations, team strategy, and offensive schemes. And some insiders claim that Hurts has expressed dissatisfaction with the direction of the franchise. The idea that a quarterback of his caliber might explore options elsewhere is sending shockwaves through the league, with other teams quietly assessing whether they could be the beneficiaries of one of the NFL's brightest talents. It's a situation ripe for speculation, fueled by both fan theories and tentative whispers from people familiar with the team's inner workings. Jalen Hurts' journey from the University of Alabama to the Philadelphia Eagles has been nothing short of remarkable, marked by resilience, hard work, and a relentless drive to succeed. During his college years, he demonstrated not only athletic talent, but also leadership skills that made him stand out among his peers, guiding Alabama to consecutive college football playoff finals in 2016 and 2017. Now, as a professional quarterback, Hurts has cemented himself as a dynamic and versatile player capable of changing the course of games with both his arm and his legs. However, speculation suggests that despite his achievements and growing fan adoration, Hurts may be contemplating a future beyond Philadelphia. The reasoning behind such a decision is unclear, but insiders speculate that it could involve disagreements over team philosophy, offensive play calling, or long-term career prospects. Social media has exploded with fan reactions, ranging from disbelief to fervent debate. And sports commentators are seizing every opportunity to analyze what a potential departure could mean for the league. In addition, rival franchises are reportedly paying close attention, evaluating how acquiring Hurts could shift the balance of power within the NFL. The mere thought of such a scenario has created a buzz that shows no signs of fading, adding fuel to the speculation surrounding the quarterback's next move. The timing of Hurts' rumored decision has raised eyebrows throughout the NFL, as teams begin to anticipate potential trade scenarios and free agent signings. Some analysts have suggested that the quarterback's choice to possibly leave the Eagles could be influenced by a desire to join a team with a more aggressive offensive scheme, or one that aligns more closely with his long-term career ambitions. Speculation has intensified due to recent comments made by former players and coaches, who hinted at the importance of organizational alignment for a quarterback's success. While the Eagles' front office has remained largely silent, the lack of public reassurance has done little to quell rumors, leaving fans to imagine the worst-case scenarios. Sports networks are already running segments exploring the what-if scenarios, highlighting which franchises could benefit from Hurts' departure and how the Eagles might adjust their roster to compensate. Even casual observers have been drawn into the conversation, generating a wave of discussion across online forums, podcasts, and social media platforms. The narrative seems to be growing in complexity by the day, with every insider tip, anonymous source, or offhand remark feeding a speculative cycle that could define the next phase of Hurts' career. Insiders close to the situation have suggested that Jalen Hurts' considerations may extend beyond the field, touching upon factors such as team culture, coaching relationships, and the long-term vision of the franchise. The quarterback has been described as intensely committed to his craft, with a focus on both personal development and team success, making any potential departure even more consequential. Analysts speculate that Hurts may be weighing his options carefully, considering the impact on his legacy, financial security, and potential for winning championships in a different environment. Rumors suggest that meetings with advisors, agents, and trusted mentors are ongoing, and that a final decision could hinge on subtle shifts within the organization or overtures from other teams looking to lure one of the NFL's brightest talents. The uncertainty surrounding his future has created a fascinating storyline for fans, commentators, and rival franchises alike, as everyone attempts to predict the outcome before any official statement is made. Even the media coverage has become a kind of meat narrative, with speculation about speculation dominating headlines, adding layers to an already intricate web of possibilities in this climate. Every gesture, interview, or social media post by Hurts is dissected with meticulous care, feeding an appetite for information that seems insatiable among the football community. Some sources have hinted that Hurts may be driven by more than just professional considerations, pointing to personal motivations that could influence his decision-making. Speculation includes the desire to play under a coach whose style complements his strengths, or to join a team with a championship trajectory that feels more attainable. Fans are captivated by these rumors, creating their own narratives about potential destinations, trades, and the strategic implications for the league. Social media trends reflect the growing anticipation, with hashtags and posts debating every possible scenario and examining how Hurts' unique skill set could transform another team's offense. In parallel, mock drafts and fantasy football projections have begun to adjust to the hypothetical shift, illustrating just how deeply his potential move resonates across multiple layers of the sport. The sense of uncertainty has injected a fresh energy into NFL discussions, turning every broadcast, podcast, and online thread into a forum for conjecture, analysis, and passionate debate. Even rival quarterbacks are being discussed in terms of how Hurts' departure could affect league dynamics, creating ripple effects that extend far beyond the confines of Philadelphia. With every passing day, the speculation grows, feeding a story that seems destined to dominate the NFL landscape for months to come. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the whispers about Hurts' possible departure have already begun to influence perceptions of the Eagles organization. Fans, analysts, and insiders alike are trying to interpret what this could mean for team morale, future draft strategies, and potential free agent acquisitions. Speculation suggests that if Hurts does leave, the Eagles may be forced to rethink their approach, considering not only immediate replacements, but also long-term structural changes. Rival teams are reportedly assessing how best to position themselves to either entice Hurts or benefit indirectly from his absence. The media frenzy surrounding these rumors is feeding a narrative that seems increasingly difficult to control, with every interview, tweet, or insider report adding fuel to the fire. Analysts continue to dissect every facet of the situation, from play-calling nuances to off-field dynamics, while fans passionately debate the potential implications. Even casual observers are drawn into the unfolding drama, captivated by the tension, uncertainty, and possibilities inherent in a scenario that could redefine not just Hurts' career, but the entire NFL landscape. The unfolding story has all the hallmarks of a compelling saga, blending athletic excellence, career ambition, and the unpredictability of professional sports into a narrative that is impossible to ignore. As the speculation around Jalen Hurts' future intensifies, the conversation has expanded beyond the confines of Philadelphia, capturing the attention of teams, analysts, and fans across the league. Rumors suggest that multiple franchises may be quietly positioning themselves to make an offer, creating an intricate web of potential trades, contract negotiations, and strategic maneuvering. Sources hint at private meetings and discreet calls between team executives, agents, and insiders, all aimed at gauging Hurts' interest and willingness to explore opportunities elsewhere. Even subtle gestures, such as offhand remarks during interviews or the timing of public appearances, are being scrutinized for hidden meaning. With fans attempting to decode the quarterback's intentions, social media has become a fertile ground for theories, with threads dissecting every nuance of his career trajectory and imagining the transformative impact he could have on any franchise willing to take the risk. Speculators debate whether Hurts is motivated primarily by a desire to compete for championships immediately, or by long-term career considerations, creating a narrative that is as complex as it is captivating. Meanwhile, rival teams appear to be studying the situation closely, evaluating how acquiring Hurts could shift league dynamics and provide a competitive advantage, heightening the stakes in a story that seems to grow more dramatic with each passing day. Insiders suggest that Hurts' potential move could signal a broader shift in the NFL landscape, reflecting not just individual ambition, but also evolving player expectations and team dynamics. Analysts speculate that the quarterback's decision-making process may involve a careful balance between immediate success, personal development, and alignment with a franchise's overarching philosophy. Rumors have emerged that certain organizations are already assessing their rosters and strategies to determine how best to integrate a player of Hurts' caliber. Anticipating both the risks and rewards, fans and commentators alike are drawing parallels to other high-profile quarterback moves. Considering how past trades have reshaped league hierarchies and inspired new narratives, the sheer magnitude of Hurts' potential departure has injected a sense of urgency into discussions, prompting both casual observers and dedicated analysts to speculate on the long-term ramifications. Meanwhile, Philadelphia Eagles supporters are grappling with mixed emotions, torn between loyalty to a player who has delivered remarkable performances and the unsettling possibility that he may seek greener pastures. The speculation, fueled by whispers, hints, and half-confirmed reports, has created a storyline that transcends the usual preseason chatter, transforming into a saga that captivates every corner of the NFL universe. FlyEaglesFly News family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles updates flying in. Drop your take in the comments and let's talk birds. Some reports indicate that Hurts' decision may also be influenced by factors beyond football, such as personal relationships, lifestyle considerations, and long-term stability. Rumors suggest that the quarterback has expressed interest in joining a team environment that fosters growth, both on and off the field, highlighting the multidimensional nature of his ambitions. Analysts speculate that he may be seeking a franchise with a particular culture, coaching style, or strategic philosophy that aligns with his vision for success, emphasizing the importance of fit over mere statistics. The chatter has ignited a frenzy of speculation, with sports media dissecting every move, conversation, and public statement for clues about potential destinations. Social media users eagerly exchange theories, imagining scenarios in which Hurts becomes the centerpiece of a transformative rebuilding project, or the catalyst for an already dominant team to reach new heights. Meanwhile, rival quarterbacks are also being assessed in light of Hurts' rumored availability. As teams consider how his presence could alter competitive dynamics, the rumor mill continues to churn, fueled by a combination of genuine insider insight, fan conjecture, and the media's natural appetite for drama, creating a narrative that feels increasingly inevitable and impossible to ignore. Adding further intrigue, some insiders suggest that Hurts' possible departure could have ripple effects on contract negotiations, team strategies, and even the next draft cycle. Analysts speculate that the Eagles may need to adjust their approach, considering contingency plans and evaluating how best to fill the void left by a quarterback of his caliber. Rumors of strategic maneuvering, potential trades, and roster adjustments have emerged, painting a picture of a franchise at a crossroads, balancing immediate concerns with long-term planning. Meanwhile, fans are passionately debating the implications on social media, generating predictions, alternative scenarios, and heated discussions about team loyalty, player agency, and the nature of professional sports. Sports media outlets are capitalizing on the speculation, producing analysis, countdowns, and what-if scenarios that feed the appetite for insights into a story that is still unfolding. Even casual observers are drawn into the discussion, captivated by the drama, uncertainty, and high stakes associated with Hurts' rumored exit. The narrative has evolved into a multifaceted spectacle, blending athletic performance, personal ambition, organizational strategy, and public fascination, creating a storyline that feels as dynamic as the player at its center. Experts continue to debate how Hurts' departure, if it occurs, might reshape league dynamics, influence rival teams, and redefine Philadelphia's offensive identity. Speculation suggests that his move could trigger a cascade of roster changes, trades, and strategic adjustments across multiple franchises, highlighting the interconnected nature of the NFL ecosystem. Analysts are considering hypothetical scenarios in which Hurts joins teams with varying offensive philosophies, projecting how his versatility and leadership could alter game plans, scoring patterns, and championship trajectories. Fans are engaged in a similar exercise, imagining dream destinations, optimal offensive schemes, and potential pairings with other star players, reflecting the broad cultural impact of a single quarterback's decision. Meanwhile, insiders hint that Hurts himself is carefully weighing these factors, evaluating not only immediate gains, but also the long-term implications for his career and legacy. Every gesture, interview, or subtle public appearance is scrutinized for hidden meaning, contributing to a narrative that is simultaneously elusive and highly compelling. The conversation Around Hurts has evolved from rumor to speculative phenomenon, demonstrating the magnetic pull of a player whose talents, ambitions, and potential decisions captivate audiences across the league. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.